Good afternoon, this is Stormcastle's Comics Collectibles, and I put on my kind of adventurous pulp style hat. It's got ventilation. I got a bunch of different hats. I love hats, honestly. But that's not what this is about. Today I want to talk about comics that are done as a period piece. Preferably modern comics that are done as a period piece. When the comics came out in the 1930s, 30s and 40s, they were written for a much younger audience, so there were things that they were aiming for the stories. But I like the fact that we have more modern comics, like Rocketeer, recent Rocketeer series, Sandman Mystery Theater, Wesley Dodds, Batman Captain America, Batman First Night. And there are many others, it's just the ones that I grabbed. What I like about these books is that they're done in the pulp styles. They're done set in the late 30s, early 40s, and they can have a more mature style of writing. I mean, and all the old Rocketeer stuff, he's not dating Jenny like we see in the movie. It's Betty Page, cover art, pin-up artist, pin-up woman. I like the fact that with the newer stories, that they can write a more serious or adult, a more of a mature storyline where they can do it in depth. Sandman Mystery Theater was really good. The 4-issue arcs, Matt Wagner did it. I was like Matt Wagner. He's just Grendel. I love Grendel, but I like the fact, especially with these new Dan Jurgens, the Batman First Night. It's the fact that we're seeing these old heroes in a more simpler time. Their resources are a bit more rough. They don't have all the super technology, not a lot of superpowers, and it's got more of a pulp style feel to it. And honestly, I like that. I would enjoy more books like that. There probably is more out there that I haven't seen, and honestly, I will be looking for some. So if you know of any that I've didn't mention besides Rocketeer and stuff, put in the comments. I would love to hear if you have a recommendation for it. And that said, if you like the video, please comment. I'd like to hear more about feedback about it, and subscribe if you haven't. I really could use more people. I'm trying to build my channel some more, and honestly, I'd like to hear your thoughts, sharing. But I enjoyed this Rocketeer. This is Rocketeer Down with Thieves. Dave Stevens, who has become fairly popular, but a lot of it's because of a lot of his covers and artwork recently, which honestly, Dave Stevens really deserved it. He was a hardworking man. He put a lot of work in there. He once said that he could make a whole lot of content, but he preferred quality over content. And, so his styles and stuff took a little bit longer. And I like the fact that now IDW is once a year, we get a 4-issue series of the Rocketeer. It's in the same style, has the same look. The characters are, which is nice to see. This is the one from last year. I've enjoyed it, but I like the style that we're seeing things in the rough and tumble times. Rocketeers for World War II. We see the crime. We get to see the thugs, and we get to see things that are often in modern comics overpowered with the super beings. Like, not that I don't like superheroes. I mean, I very much do. I enjoyed Alan Scott Green Lantern, and I would love to see a JSA book written by the JSA set during World War II. Not that I don't like those things, but I also like the pulp feel of these books. I like to feel that the Batman, he makes tons of mistakes in Batman First Night, and he's got to learn. He doesn't have all those resources. Robin's not there. Alfred's not there. Right in the first 3 issues, Bruce Wayne's wandering around Wayne Manor by himself. He doesn't really lock the door, and Julie Madison walks in and catches them all beaten up. They're they're younger. They're at the beginning of their game. They're making mistakes, and it's nicer to see them in this more of a almost human nature, you know. And that for me is kind of a draw. Like my cheesy fake Indiana Jones hat, but I would like to see more books like this. You know, maybe some more modern Dr. Savage and stuff. I mean, after all, the inventor is heavily implied to be Doc Savage in the original Rocketeer stuff, you know. For the movie, they made it Howard Hughes, but it was Doc Savage. But, you know, this Batman Captain America was pretty fun. I mean, there is a little bit of that super, it does get to the edge of the super tech and a little bit of fantastic, but it was nice seeing the Joker say, like, what? I may be a crook, but I'm an American crook, which does parody what we saw in the Rocketeer movie. But it was just nice to see that kind of time period, you know, and, you know, they can do a lot. They could talk about all kinds of things, you know, talk about, you know, as long as they keep the perspective of where the time is. And, you know, they can talk about social issues, the racism, everything. But honestly, I like them to keep it in the context of what is 1940s. I know that that the way people were treated in the 1940s is there are some problematic things, but I think those could also be interesting for the stories to look at and kind of highlight. And while our heroes may not have the same foibles as other people, but it's a way they could address or talk about these issues. It would be interesting. Batman runs into a rabbi who refers to Kristallnacht. And the person's like, well, I didn't know you were there, Rabbi. He goes, no. He goes, but I had a friend who was there, and she wrote me letters. It was horrible. And it's the fact that this kind of stuff could be used for commentary now. You know, there is just so much potential that they could do it. You know, if you read Alan Scott Green Lantern, there is a whole lot of talk about, you know, how Alan Scott, you know, how it was for him being a gay man at the time, and it's interesting to see it in the lens, as long as the writers of today can remember what the views were then, and then show us that way, without using the modern way. If I understand what I'm talking about, if you understand, I would like to see the stories, and you know, I think they could be interesting, but I don't, you know, I enjoyed the pulp feel and stuff. Sorry, I feel like I'm getting off track. I enjoyed the kind of simpler, you know, two-fisted, doors aren't locked kind of thing style, because also at the times the people don't have our awareness of things that are going on, so sometimes it's easier for the hero to, you know, duck out of the room and jump back in, and like, oh, you were here the entire time. There's just such good potential in the time period, and honestly, I'd like to see more of that. I'm hoping that we get more of the Batman First Night. I like seeing that Batman without his supercomputer and all Robin and all this stuff. I like to see how that, you know, how he does more in that time. I would like to see more of the Wesley Dodds Sandman. And honestly, if there's Rocketeer comes out this year, I'm going to pick it up. I would enjoy maybe a couple Captain America books set during World War II. It's just seeing some things, but honestly, I'd like to see it more with a grounded human perspective, not the superhuman necessarily. But I enjoyed Alan Scott Green Lantern. It's a good book for me. I enjoyed it, and I'll watch some more of it. I mean, I would read some more of it, but I kind of like the non-power heroes. It just has a different feel. You know, and that's what I'm like there. Is I like that pulp feel. So I've meandered long enough, kind of like muddied everything I was saying about. But you know, tell me if you read any of these books, if you have any books that I didn't mention that you think that I should read, or that you know that I should have highlighted. I'd love to hear it in the comments if you're willing to do that. And honestly, you know, keep hunting and collecting what you like. Get the Rocketeer books. I highly recommend the Rocketeer. I think my second or third video mentioning the Rocketeer comic. And you know, keep hunting what you enjoy and reading what you enjoy. Anyways, this is Stormcastle saying have a good day and thank you.